Guys, welcome back to yet another fun-packed, fantastic Flying Pig United fan panel preview. I'm here with another couple of legends back in to help me host the show. I'm here with a returning guest from last time. Errol, how are you doing, lad? Errol, you're on mute, mate.
Thank you so much for having me
Yeah.
back. It's a pleasure.
Cool. And G Wolf, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, dude. All great.
Cool, man. Good to see you back. And Usman, how you doing, lad?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Good to see everyone, man. It's good to see all the fun.
Good stuff. And we got Griffo as well. It's been a long time, I think, man. I don't know the last time you were on, man. How you doing?
Few weeks. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, of course, we're here to look at the Man United versus West Ham game coming up tomorrow. It's good. It's a big one, man, for, top four chances. I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of points to play for, but still, you want to win this kind of game to get the momentum going and like set the standard, for trying to get that top four. I mean, Man United can mess up, I'm just thinking about all different options. They can mess up, but you don't want to mess up this kind of game. I just want to look at the last game a little bit, but before that, let's get some shout outs. Let's see who's in here. People in the chat, get your comments in. We're going to get to you when we can, but there's a lot of people in here. Mikhail Kramer, one of the mods, please keep the trolls out, mate. Do some good work today. Bell6891, good to see you. Agie Maxwell, K Slater as well. He sometimes comes on the panel. Good to see you in the chat. Omandi Juma Tumua, yes, mate. Good to see you now, Kane. And Avenger Mast is always getting in here, mate. Yeah, keep an eye on the likes for us as you usually do. Yeah, so getting into it then. So everyone obviously hit the like and subscribe if you're new. Pigo's on 50K subscribers, so always trying to keep growing. So subscribe if you're rating the content. You're gonna rate the content. Got interactive chat. We're gonna have some in-depth debate here. So really, let's look at that last game actually against Brentford. I mean, I was just trying to look at the positives to really take into the game against West Ham. There was some good play in terms of having a good second half. The first half wasn't too good. Brentford had a lot of chances. They seemed to press Man United better than we pressed, and I was just disappointed to see that. But I think in the second half, Brentford looked like they were gassed out. They seemed to lose a bit of initiative, and Man United grew into the game, got a couple of goals. I liked Lindelof and Varane. They were my pick of the people playing, even though we're letting the goal. They really seem like they can play well, push a medium to high line. It's not. I don't think it's quite as high as we want yet, but we can see that they're mobile and they can recover when teams try and counterattack. They look all right. It's just got to be about the midfield really protecting them. I'm not really happy still with McTominay and Fred. Even though McTominay's second half, I think he did better. He was initiating some counterattacks. He did all right. So really going into this next game, and I did want to see Lindelof, but Lindelof is out, isn't he? I don't know if you guys heard his house got broken into.
Yeah.
Which was so he's trying to stay at home with the family, keep them protected. I don't blame him, man. So we may see Maguire come in, but I'll get to what you guys think as well. Let's start with Errol. What was your thoughts on the last game? You got any positives to really take from that game, apart from the result?
Apart from the result, to be fair, we were there for the channel I help look after, and we're doing fan cam as well. So we're there doing that. But looking at the overall game and what the result wasn't a true reflection of the actual physical game, especially the first half. Man United did not look like a team in the first half. We were all over the place. Literally, it was attack after attack after attack after attack. And at one point, I was sitting there calling for us to take off Elanga. I was sitting there thinking, who can we take on to make this better? But then obviously he went ahead and scored a goal. But I know what you're saying about the partnership, the centre-back partnership. Throughout the game, and at the moment, it seems like throughout the season, having them two at the back, it looks so much more solid right now. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
true.
more they play together, the more confident it seems like it's bringing them. Also, that then is helping the wing backs as well. And also, I know David De Gea had something like so far this season 77 shots on goal. And I think he conceded 30 goals as well through those 77. So for me, it's a case of it looks a bit more reassuring. The centre backs partnership does. You go into Fred part and the Scott part now. To be honest with you, I'm not a Scott fan, but I'm growing into it now. I'm growing into it because it's almost like he's getting he's clicking a bit more now. It's getting there. So yeah, that's my take on the game against Brentford. And obviously Elanga, I'm so happy he scored another goal. That was his second header as well. I'm really pleased for him.
Yeah, I mean, for Elanga, for me, I'm disappointed that Sancho has not really got in over him, because obviously 75 million signing, you want to see him, but obviously the bigger picture is players are stepping up, so there's no complaints there. I agree with that. Elanga doing well. G-Wolf, what's your thoughts as well?
Yeah, I thought the first half, in bits, we attacked well, but overall performance was dismal all the way through the game, I thought. But the result was brilliant.
You didn't like that second half, though?
Second half, we played better than... You couldn't play any better than what we did in the first half. First half was just... We was absolutely terrible by what I was watching. So, but we got the goals and got the result, got the 3 points, and hopefully we can get the 3 points against West Ham.
I'm hoping so as well. Usman, what's your thoughts as well? Are you hopeful? Are you positive?
Yeah, I mean, it was a game of two halves, to say the least, wasn't it, really? I mean, the first half was absolutely diabolical. If it wasn't for De Gea, it would have been 3-0 down. Obviously, you know, the Brentford manager didn't hold any punches in his post-match regarding his assessment of the game. And to be fair to him, some of what he said was factual. They definitely battered us in the first half, and there's no denying that. In the second half, for me personally, whatever Rangnick said to them at half-time definitely paid dividends, because it was a complete polar opposite performance for me. And I think the second half performance gives me a lot of sort of optimism going to the West Ham game. However, the first half, if we play that against West Ham, we're going to be 2-3-0 down. So it's just a matter of, you know, where the boys are in terms of taking instructions. And what I learned the most is that players are not really following Rangnick's information to a T. As we saw in the second half, quite clearly he laid into them, and things changed, and we were far superior. So yeah, for me, we need to start better. But yeah, overall, we got the 3 points, which was the priority, but still a lot of work to do, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Griffo, do you have anything to add? Any specific positives you take into the next game?
Yeah, just that second half really was the highlight of that game. It was sort of like the first half was where we are now, and then the second half is where we want to be, sort of thing. I think Elanga was the star. I agree with what you guys have said about Varane and Lindelof. Both played well. McTominay had a good game, or good second half. His first half was a bit hit and miss as it is. But yeah, I think we've all summed up pretty well. It was a game of two halves, and we want to see more of the second half than more of the first.
That is true. I just want to see what people are saying in the comments. Interesting as to what Decepticon Soundwave is saying here. Trade Sancho for Haaland. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been on Sancho.
I would.
Say that again.
I said I would if you could, but that's not even realistic.
Really? At the moment. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Right. I was saying a lot of people at the moment is saying about swapping Sancho. The problem is Sancho is going through personal problems at the moment. Why his head's not where it should be at the moment? So we've got to take that into consideration as well.
I mean, I'll take that for now, though, Errol. But really, before the grievance, I mean, I just have to look at the facts. Really, before that, he was struggling before that, and then there was excuses as to he's trying to settle. He's new to the league, but Elanga is new. You know, when he's coming to the team, he's fresh. You know, he's still going through puberty. I've seen him have a little bit of pimple issue, really. So he's still. I'm being honest, man. Like he's trying to still adapt, and we've seen him. You know, he's right now. Yeah, I've called him the teacher's pet. He's listening to everything Ralf is saying.
Legit,
he's doing. 100%. You know what I mean? You're doing everything that
Yeah,
Ralf
but
wants to do. You know.
Yeah, but you're not
Yeah.
factoring, like, regarding the Sancho thing, he hasn't been good. There's no denying that. If you look at GA, if you look at the game and look at eye test, he's actually had some really good performances. But obviously, he's had nothing to show for it until the goal assist. But that aside, there's not one attacker, maybe bar Ronaldo, that's done anything this season, realistically speaking. So I think you can't really be too critical on Sancho, Rashford, etc., because there's a deeper and wider issue at Manchester United Football Club. They're all suffering. It's not one player. Like last season, you could say, oh, Martial, because he was the only one really not performing. Everybody else was still performing to the standard. So that's why with the Martial thing, I understood it a bit more, because he was literally the only one. But as a collective, the attack is not being good. And then coming to Elanga, overjoyed for him. Hard work pays off. If anyone's watching this, you know, you put in your yards and you get your rewards, and he thoroughly deserves it. I'm happy for him. However, again, you can't compare him to Sancho, because one's come for 75 million and one's got who's got a crazy amount of pressure and expectations on him, whilst the other's got zero expectations and it's come from the academy. So it's a complete.
Just say real quick though that he's got that quality in him to match that pressure level.
No, but
but
that's not the point though. Like, let me give you an example of Marcus Rashford. Right, when Marcus Rashford burst into the scene on that game against Midfield, I don't know how to say the name. Or whatever
Midfield.
Yeah. So when he burst into the scene, the thing with young players is they have no fear. As a kid growing up, the difference between a kid and an adult, the adult calculates all the repercussions of a certain individual, and mentally you psych yourself out. As a kid, you have no qualms. You're fearless. And Elanga's come in and he's fearless. When he got subbed on the other day for Rashford in the 88th minute, the first thing he did, got the ball, ran past his man. Rashford's got pressure on him. People got expectations on Rashford. And this is not discrediting Elanga. I'm so happy for the kid. But what I'm saying is it's very easy for him to come in, similar to how it was for Rashford, when there's no pressure on him whatsoever and no one's got any expectation of him. If he starts to continue his performances, watch when he has a poor game, people are going to be on his neck. We've seen this with Martial, Rashford, Lingard. The cycle's got to stop, and the fan base are too toxic. The cycle's got to stop at some point. And like, if Elanga scores in the next 3 games, people are going to say, oh, get rid of Rashford, get rid of Sancho. I mean, that's not how football works. It's peaks and troughs, bro. Like, Rashford scored the other day, the week before, people are screaming for him to get sold. Like, this is the issue, that people are too reactionary.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the issue with a lot of fan bases, really. You can have
absolutely
different opinions.
Talking about. So the comments are so funny. Someone said, perfectly said, Usman. The comment below said, Usman's talking shit.
You see, that's what happens. Different opinions, man. We're all
football.
got different thoughts.
That's football, man. Everyone sees the game differently. It's calm, innit?
That's it. So I want to hear what G Wolf and Griffith Chaz have to say. That what's your thoughts on Sancho trying to settle, obviously ignoring the grievance he's going through, and then thoughts on Elanga as well. G Wolf.
Elanga's done brilliantly since he's come into the first team. I think he's settled in well. He's played he's done good performances, but he's still learning. He's still learning his trade. So I think the more games that he plays, and also the more he spends with the first team and learns from them, then he could be a really top player in years to come and score lots of goals for us as well, which would be brilliant. As for Sancho, give it we just give him time. Hopefully he will settle down and he can show what he did for us when he was at Borussia Dortmund.
Hopefully, man. Griffo, you got anything to add, mate?
No, that's the thing, though, isn't it? The transition from Bundesliga to Premier League is so hard. I mean, Timo Werner in the Bundesliga was clinical as ever, and now he's missing left, right, and centre. So the transition is difficult, and you need to kind of give him time. As for Elanga, I don't think I wouldn't say he burst onto the scene like a Rashford did, but he certainly is steady progress, and that's what you want from a youngster. And I think the way Rangnick really has come in immediately and gone, Elanga, I'm putting you on the bench for the first game against Palace, was it? And then slowly nurtured him into the team. I think that was good man management.
Okay, I just want to see what people have got to say in the comments as well. Now 786. I've not seen the Elanga interview. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. maybe getting some quotes in the chat if you can, if that's worth looking at. Naz as well saying he's got a football brain. I'm not sure who you're talking about. You're talking about Elanga there. Other people.
I think he's talking about Griffo. You know, I'm not gonna lie. That's
No. Well, what about the rest of us, man? Come on, we all know football here. Come on, Naz. You know, give compliments to the whole crew, lad. Vujonator saying Sancho walked into a divided dressing room. Hopefully, Ralphie will give him confidence to perform again. That's what you get. That's what you should get from a coach, really. So I really hope to see that as well.
Also, Eddie, what you got to think as well, Solskjaer obviously signed him. You got to think all the promises that Solskjaer has probably made to him, and he's gone into where change room now, where Solskjaer is a manager. Solskjaer has given all these great ideas what Manchester United is going to do in the next few years whilst he's at the club. All of a sudden, Solskjaer then got sacked. Then you had Michael Carrick come in it. All of a sudden, we don't know what's going to happen. Michael Carrick's just there as a temporary. We don't know if he's going to stay long or going to go on a short term. All of a sudden, Rangnick's then coming to the club. And it's almost like, what's going on? I've signed for this manager, but this has happened, that's happened. And it's like what Usman said, there's far too much going at the club at the moment, rather than looking at his performance. Because when he has come in, he has performed, but unfortunately, he hasn't really scored any goals. But performance-wise, he has performed what I've seen so far this season in some of the games.
I think it's about knowing your role as well. I don't want to sound like big head or mean in a sense, but like I think Sancho is the only sort of out and out wing we've got that is sole purpose is to get the ball into the striker. Because Greenwood is selfish. That's not is a bad thing. But
He's a striker though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. And even Rashford started out as a striker and has gone out wide now, and even he's selfish. Elanga, I think, is a bit better than those two, but still has those selfish elements about him. So I think Sancho is the only one that fully understands his role in the team is to get the ball to the attacker. And when you've got Ronaldo up front, you need to get the ball to him at any possible given opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to see what's going to happen with Sancho. I think really for that price tag and for the quality he is, I think he still does need to step up. And for me, I need to see more dribbling. He's done a bit, but I want to see a bit more. But coming back to the preview at hand, West Ham coming up, as we've stated already. I just want to go through some of the not the team news, the injuries. So Sancho, obviously, we know he's had the grievance, so he's unavailable. Eric Bailly is on international duty. Pogba's still out. Luke Shaw out as well. Wan-Bissaka's got an illness. McTominay should be fit, so I think he's a minor doubt, actually. So, but he should be fit. So I think we will be seeing him with Fred again. Before I come to talking about whether we should be worried about West Ham, let's look at some fun facts. Okay, let's just see, because I've got some omens written down. You know,
Eddie loves it. Eddie absolutely loves his omens.
Okay, so let me get started with this. So this is just the 5th time in the Premier League that West Ham faced Manchester United while sitting above them in the table, right? But the Hammers, they failed to win any of those games when they've been above Man United. So, hey, that shows that there should be pressure on West Ham as the team that is above us in the table. Yeah, I you liking that one, Usman? You liking that one?
I think that's complete and utter nonsense.
Does anyone else think about that? I mean, surely, there's going to be different players to those other teams that were above Man United in the previous years. But I don't know, maybe
you do know that's
subconscious, you know.
You do know that stat could be after the first game. So technically, if they won the first game and we drew the first game after the season, they would technically be above us if we played them in the second game. So, what does that stat actually tell us? Nothing.
West Ham are playing their best football they might have ever played, and we're playing one of the worst. So,
exactly,
the stats aren't.
Also, stats as well. You got there as well. It's what is it? David Moyes had 14 attempts to beat Man United and only ever drawn 4 and lost 10. So,
you know what? There's stuff going for West Ham as well, because I think they've got the the 4th best away form. Actually, they've got a lot of away wins. So I think their psychology for this season is to have less pressure going away from home. So that's not looking good with that as well. In terms of head-to-head between Man United and West Ham, last 4 games in the Premier League, Man United are unbeaten. But I think that goes out of the window as well because West Ham have beaten Man United in the Carabao Cup game as well. So I think that will be on their mind that they can come to what should be the theatre of dreams and get a scalp. So, yeah, there's some omens that are looking bad as well. Obviously, I just like to bring them up, so I can try and feel good in the moment. Like, if it's a good omen for Man United, I like to look at it. And, I'm hoping it will be on the subconscious of the team.
Unless
get the
Omen
win.
can play in CDM, I'm not interested.
Okay, but how serious then do we think this result is going to be? In your guys' minds, can Man United afford to, I don't know how to really put it. Really, I mean, if they lose this, it's not the season over. I mean, people were saying before this game that top 4 was over, but there's so many points to play for. But then again, you want to win this kind of game to get the psychology going for yourself, don't you? You want to get that confidence, right? You want to have the bragging rights now, and then set up a run of games. So let me ask this actually: how attacking do you think Man United will be at home? Like, do you guys expect to see any counter attack, or maybe Man United press high? Errol, will I come to you, mate?
This game is vital. It's so important for us to win it because I think Tottenham got 2 games in hand over us as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be very vital. Arsenal's got a game. Banter FC's got a game in hand over us as well. So we cannot go in this game, or we cannot afford to lose it. I think is it either 51 points or something like that still left to play for the season. I think it's roughly about those figures.
17 games left. I think does that go to 54? I think that's
54
or 51.
Yeah. I think it's 51.
Yeah, 51.
Yeah. So about 51 points to play for. We need at least out of those 51 points, we need at least 40 something points from those games. We cannot afford to lose to West Ham. We honestly can't. I know we're going through a barren spell at the moment.
We're going to get 40 plus points. Have you seen our fixtures?
Yeah, I know, but I'm hoping we beat Man City and Banter FC at least.
Oh man, we got Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, literally everyone to play.
No, we played Spurs twice already, I think, if I'm right to say. They beat us. Didn't they beat us?
No, I think it's...
we beat them at the Tottenham of Hotspur Stadium,
I think
right?
we played them. I think we played...
At
I
home.
don't think
we
we
played them at home.
I can't remember it. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we haven't played them.
I don't think we played them at home. Yeah, beat them 3-0 away, and I think that's it.
Beat them 3-0 away on Dingy's last game, innit?
Yes. What's his name? God. Yeah. So for me, going into this game, we have to get the 3 points. I honestly think the 3 points will come. We'll either win the game in midfield or we'll lose it in midfield. I'm just hoping that Fred and Scott can come to this game. I honestly believe them two will start the game. They deserve it, really. I know a lot of people say Fred gives the ball away. Fred can't pass the ball. But if you watch him against, especially the second half, against thingy team, what we played on the weekend, Brentford. What you'll see with him with Brentford, he was passing the ball short. Rather than going for these long passes where he's been doing, he was going for short passes instead, and they were coming off. Rather than these Hollywood balls he's trying. Scott, again, the same thing. If him and Scott can go into this game with the same mentality and the same determination, what they did the second half of the game, it would be a massive benefactor if they can do it for the full 90 minutes.
I would love to see that. G-Wolf, what do you think about the style that Ralf will take into this game? Is it going to really attack or maybe counter-attack?
I think he would be doing the counter-attacking. So I think he'll go a little bit more defensive. Especially the way that West Ham attack and the way that they go forward. I think it will be counter-attacking, but we'll go at them at every opportunity that we can if we can get past their midfield. I think as soon as we get past their midfield, literally we'll be all over them like no tomorrow. And then hopefully we can, but I'm still confident we can get the win against them.
I'm hopeful too. Gaming Simp is thanks for coming in here, mate. He's one of the mods. We'll be looking to get 25 points. What, 25 out of 50? What? Wow, that's mad. That's like
Nah,
mid
that's
table
relegation.
standard.
Come on, man. That's relegation form.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
think
that
that's.
bad.
I actually said mid table. That's really bad, isn't it? That's actually worse than that. No, come on, Gaming Simp.
You know
man,
what
come
it
on.
is? The problem is, I think, like we're talking on the panel, we're just saying about the expectation. The expectation level, anyone who plays for Man United should know, like, the levels. There's different levels. At the moment, there's a transition period going on where the manager's coming. He's trying to implement his ideas. The problem is it will take a lot of these players, because you got to remember, some of these players has been there as long as, let's go back to David Moyes. There's still players there since David Moyes' era. There's players there come in. You got Louis van Gaal. You got right up to Solskjaer era. You got Rangnick's coming in now, trying to implement all these information, all these instruction, and not a lot of the players are actually taking on board of what he's trying to get at. And rather than saying, right, we'll practice, we'll learn it, a lot of them are getting. We don't know if the rumors are correct, but a lot of players apparently is throwing their handbags out. So it's a case of it's going with the system, learning it and implementing it. And I'm very confident. I am confident we'll finish in top 4. I know a lot of people sit there and think I'm crazy, but I think we'll finish in top 4.
I don't think you're crazy, because remember in Ole's first full season, right? We saw that they finished 3rd, and I think at one point Man United were like 8 points behind Leicester, right?
Yeah,
and we had to. And they went on a big run, man, and had to get top 4 on the last day. That's what I was saying. Like, it's not over till it's over. Mathematically, it's possible, even if Man United lose this next one. Hopefully not, But they can they can bring it back later on. But you don't want to do that. Man United seem to do that lately, though. They seem to have to leave it till late on to do this.
And sorry, Eddie, I'm going to cut in there. Everyone's talking about how poor we're playing. We've only lost one game on the Rangnick.
Yeah,
we've only lost one game.
Yeah, and but you've got to put it to context. I mean, the performances. Newcastle, we should have lost that game. Norwich, we got lucky. We scored by a random penalty that the guy should never have given away. I mean, the performance has been poor against Brentford. Lucky again. Let's be real. Let's not paper up the cracks. The first half, they absolutely battered us. There should have been 3-0 outside. And against Villa, to be fair, that was the only one. Okay, if you can say that was on. We should have held on for that one. But I just don't think it's easy to say, no, we've only lost one game. I think the performances haven't been any different to Oli, and I've got to be consistent. If that was Oli, I'd be criticising him, as Eddie knows. I think it's a bit of a cop-out personally. That's just me, because I don't think the performances have warranted us to be this good in terms of numerically. That makes sense.
So Usman, would you rather a perfect performance, or going in and winning 1-0? What would you prefer?
Obviously, look, listen. The results are always the most key thing. It's a results business, but I don't think it says black and white to say, oh, but we've only lost one game, because you got to look at the context of this game. If you get absolutely battered and it's a snatch and grab every week, not to say that's happened, but majority of the games it's been a 50-50 flip of a coin. And you just look at the Newcastle game. We drew that game. Do you remember that? We scored. They scored first. We scored, and then you think Man United are the team to go on and then kick on and get the W. They battered us. Joe Linton hit the post in the last, and then they missed the rebound. There's a lot of those games, so I think you got to look at that in the context. But obviously, you should know it, I guess.
I mean, I'll put that down to like the hangover from Oli's era. Obviously, there's still going to be a lot of hangover from that. These players. The way that they can't do a team press makes me sick, actually, at times, or a lot of the time. That should be a standard thing for a systematic team. And we know this is a systematic era of play. The likes of Pep setting the standard with tiki-taka, the likes of Klopp setting the standard with gegenpress. It's like this team has really got to get a 90-minute systematic play performance going, man. And it's going to take a long time. People in the chat, I don't want to exclude you. Yeah, we'll talk. I want to see how confident people are really for top 4. Like, put top 4 if you think we're getting it in the chat, and put like how many points you think we're going to get from the 50. Did we say 54? That's on offer. 51. Yeah, just say how many points you think we're getting from that as well. But I forgot to mention Ronaldo is actually a doubt as well for this game with a neck issue. but then Cavani is also a doubt. So maybe Greenwood might go up front.
Rashford,
What do you guys think?
Rash will.
I want to see the what should be the main finisher at the club, the best finisher.
He is the best finisher, but I think Rashford will just come in, just a bit of confidence for him to go up there and sit up top. I personally wouldn't play Rashford there, but I think Rashford will be the one that's there.
You've got to play Greenwood though.
Yeah, you're going for Greenwood.
You've got to. Not just based on Marcus Rashford being out of form, but the fact that Mason Greenwood is the best finisher at the club. And I just really want to get to a point now where we start putting Greenwood up top more. I know we've got Cavani and Ronaldo there, but many more years of Greenwood out wide, then I'm worried that he's going to stay out wide for the rest of his career. So I want to see him back in that number 9 position where he naturally born to play.
Okay, I just want to see what people are saying about finishing top 4. Nas786 is confident. Top 4, 43 points. That would be good. I think that would be good.
That'll be really good.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
Because
that's
really,
only 7 points dropped though. That.
Yeah. No, it's 8 points, isn't it? From 51.
Oh yeah, what the hell is that? Shocking.
Yeah, quick maths, man, quick maths.
Oh, that's all, Chris.
I got to be at GCSE, man. I'm gonna, stay on top of the maths.
Listen, that's just an L on my part. I don't want to clip that.
You've got to take into account as well the players are going to train more now because the nights are getting quite light, so they're actually going to be playing and training. Not
there's a good point, Griffith, to be fair.
So these pre-Badanas are going to be a bit more happier when it's it's staying a bit light, into the evening.
Also, on current form as well, on the Ole and even Jose and LVG, if you look on it as well, it's almost like February time where it seems that we're on this mad run as well.
Omens, eh? Hey, could work for us.
Have you seen our fixtures February time, Errol? Have you seen them?
Pardon?
Have you seen the fixtures February time? Or you just
listen, I'm confident. Listen, every game I look at it and I think we can win every game. We're Man United, and that's what I look at it.
I like that.
I have to. I'm confident with it all the time because we're Man
United. Man. We're finishing third, man. Forget Chelsea, man. Finishing above them. Errol's coming.
Osman is with me.
Yes. Forget Chelsea, man. The sinking.
You're getting clipped, Osman, for that one, I reckon, mate. I don't know. I reckon we're struggling for the 4th, mate. I want to be optimistic like that. I want to gas like that, but with the current play, I can't really see 3rd. I see a 4th. Avenger Mast is looking even more pessimistic. 5th place this season, 35 points from 51. No, that's a bit better than what Gaming Simp said, but not top 4, so it's still pessimistic.
In all fairness, as crazy as this is going to sound, I don't actually think top 4 rests on Man United. I don't think Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to fade away like they usually do. I think West Ham are going to fade away towards the end. I think our main rival for top 4 is Spurs. And that comeback when they scored 2 injury time goals against Leicester, that is going to be critical come the end of the season.
Well, was that actually it seemed like it was dodgy with the added time. Was the added time actually done properly for that? It was. Added time. I don't know how they won that, man. It's like it's the Conte effect.
I think, honestly, I've said consistently, I think Spurs are going to get top 4. I know no one wants me to say that, but it's literally because of Conte, though. It's not because they're a better team than us. Wait,
hold on. You said we're going to finish 3rd, right?
I said Spurs will get top 4, and we get 3rd. So you didn't.
What? Said Chelsea out of top 4?
But jokes aside, like this weekend for me is going to decide top 4. Like banter aside, because if we beat West Ham and Spurs and Chelsea, whatever happens either or. No, it's gonna paint a big picture for us, because I think for me personally, we have to win this game. I know mathematically it's definitely possible for us to claw things back, and I understand all that maths and whatnot. But the fact that Spurs have got 2 games in hand over us, and they still have to play us, and then we have to play Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, etc., etc.
We'll beat them at home. I can see.
I mean, you're saying that, but it's not going to be that easy. Like for me, we have to beat West Ham. It'll put us above them. Obviously, mentally, it's going to affect them. Obviously, Arsenal start to panic as well, as they always do. Yeah, and then Spurs, there's pressure on Spurs. Then they got to beat Chelsea, aren't they, realistically? So I think we have to win this game on the weekend.
Okay, Dwayne Wally, thanks for getting in here. We will finish 3rd with 74 points. All right, you got some confidence there. I like to see that.
That's me and my burner, that.
But there's another issue as well, because Lindelof's out, man. He's supposed to be part of this new tag team with Varane. He's supposed to be this new, you know what I mean, this new partnership going on. So do we see Maguire coming back in, and do we see him getting that armband back as well to be captain? Well, Griffo, what's your thoughts on that?
Unfortunately, I do think Maguire's going to come back in, and if Maguire's in, the captaincy is going to go to Maguire. And as much as I don't want it to, I think there's better options out there. I do think Harry Maguire will be the captain. I play Phil Jones. What Maguire done over the last few weeks to getting over Phil Jones?
Bugs.
Because who was it? Who was it against?
Nothing.
Which exactly? Which team? I forgot what team it was against. But Jones's
Wolves.
masterclass. Wolves.
Wolves.
Oh yeah. Wolves. So I
You know what? That
think
says something that we lost that game, but we could see a defender had a great game. That's how well he did play.
That's how much we got battered. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that game completely, actually. Oh, my God.
Right, so Naz is asking a great question for what we're discussing anyway. Who's our centre-back pairing? So, Griffo, you're saying you think it will be Maguire and obviously...
I think it will be Maguire and Varane. I hope and want it, and I'd pick it to be Varane and Jones. And I never thought I'd say that, but there you go.
So you want Varane and Jones there, but you think it would be Maguire and Varane.
Yeah.
Okay. G-Wolf, what are you thinking?
Yeah, the same as Griffo. I think it's going to be Harry Maguire and Varane, and Maguire gets the armband.
Okay.
Literally, with Maguire, I'm done with him. He's...
Oh, yeah, I forgot G-Wolf.
You know,
man.
he used
Your
to...
MVP.
Get your popcorn ready, people. This is going to be a great second.
He used to be my guy, right? I always protected him. I always said, no, he'll become good, he'll come good. And now, like, you know, in the last few games, like more than the last few games that I've seen him, he has done shit. And I'm just done with him now. I want him gone. He can just go.
Wow. I can hear the frustration,
I don't
man.
give a shit. You know, the being on the bench, brilliant. Keep him there. You know, Phil Jones has been there for years. Phil Jones has been on the bench for years. Look, he's come back. He came back against Wolves and did a brilliant performance. Do the same with Maguire. Keep him on the bench for years, and then he might.
I get what you're saying, to like starve him, get him hungry again.
Exactly.
Someone clip that, man. I need that still.
Yeah.
Real quickly, people in the chat, get your centre-back pairing as to what you think will happen with that as well. Errol, what's your thoughts?
Where do I start? Harry Maguire, I wouldn't even give him the captain armband. After he threw it down after getting sent off at Watford, he will never get it again for me, in my opinion.
What I'm saying as well, man. But didn't he get it when he came back on as a sub in the last game?
I think Bruno gave it him, but it was
Bruno gave it. No, Bruno gave it to
I didn't. That's what I was thinking. He didn't get it initially, but I heard a report. I saw a report.
I thought he gave it to De Gea. I think he gave it to De Gea, and when there was a set piece, De Gea gave it back to him or something like that.
Oh, De Gea, you're letting the side down.
Yeah, De Gea, you balled it, man.
Yeah. So for me, I think the centre pairing is going to pick itself, and it's going to be Harry Maguire with Varane tomorrow. But for me, I honestly believe we should be playing Phil Jones in that back. Phil Jones, for me, at Man United right now, he is the DNA of centre-backs for Manchester United. Wow. And the reason why?
2022.
The guy put his body on the line for that club. And the amount of stick he gets, the amount of abuse he gets. And you got Harry Maguire, who cost us £80 million.
Oh, yeah.
£80 million. And yet don't get criticised. Well, he does get criticised.
He should have been our Van Dijk, Errol. He should have been our Van Dijk. I can't
Rolls Royce. He should have been the Rolls Royce of Manchester United. Also, does he actually earn the captaincy at Man United? You got to remember, Hull. He wasn't captain at Hull. You got them relegated. He wasn't captain of Sheffield United. You got them relegated. Who else was it? I think there's 3 clubs he got relegated from, and he wasn't even captain for them.
I think it's 4. It's actually 4.
There you go, 4. And he wasn't captain. So, for me, give the armband to Bruno. Let him have it. Keep it for the rest of the season. But because of the price tag, he'll be captain.
Right. I'm just gonna before I come to Usman for just a partnership as well. I just got to see what people are saying. Gaming Sim wants you want Jones and Varane, Avenger Mass.
Bro, I've just seen the most
Jones and Varane.
horrendous comment in the chat. The Arsenal for Laos put Maguire over better than Ferdinand. I know he's bantering, but bloody hell.
What was that?
He's put Maguire's better than Ferdinand.
No, that's just.
Well,
Where's all the mods in the chat? You might have to bounce some people out for that because.
Oh no! I need to bleach my eyes, man.
Look, I know that's not like a sinister comment, but it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Might require a sin bin.
No Bones Jones over Maguire.
Yeah.
The way you flipped to Maguire,
I mean?
but sometimes when you have a favorite, sometimes you want to stick with him, but. G-Wolf, I admire you just
going off the evidence.
Yeah, taking evidence and changing the mind. You can
just do not bring up anything but Fred, yeah, because I'll have all of you lot about Fred, yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Aaron, I'm gonna come for you there. You did a really nice speech on Fred. I was letting you land, but I thought, oh my god. Okay. But let Eddie do his due diligence. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, I reckon we're gonna come back to Fred because I got some thoughts on them too. I don't want to
lens on that,
I don't want to neglect the comments as well. Naz saying Varane and Jones. Yeah, people are liking Jones. People want Jones back in. What guys want 45 likes? Keep hitting it and subscribe if you're new.
This was the centre-back partnership Fergie wanted, wasn't it? Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, Varane and Jones literally was the partnership.
A decade later, we finally got there.
Yeah. Fergie for seeing Nostradamus, love that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, the way I was gonna say, like, the way you recommended Jones, isn't it? Really, overall, he's not been that great for the club, in my opinion. The way he's had those injuries. I know you can't control injuries, but then having the mistakes, he's been mistake prone as well, which obviously was seen as really hampered him as well. So, He's not been the greatest, has he, really, if you're looking at it.
Have you seen when a fast player run against Harry Maguire? With pace?
Yeah, good luck. I mean, Rushman has put a brilliant comment. I don't know if you can see it. If Phil Jones can come back, so can Maguire, but not tomorrow, though, Rushman. Because Maguire needs to sit on that bench, man. Oh, my God. Did you see him come on against Brentford? He's marking out on players. Like, he's only been on pitch for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I saw one of these pictures where he was marking Fred. Doing? He was standing right next to Fred.
There's two players marking someone. Fred and I might have been Matic. I can't remember who it was. And then Maguire's behind him. Like, what is he doing, man? The guy's got a bloody track record of marking out on players, and he comes on the pitch. I don't know what you lot felt, but me watching the game, as soon as he came on, I felt nervous. I just felt like, oh, here we go. Like, and he's on the ball. He's dilly-dallying on the ball. These men are pressing him. He's giving the ball away cheaply. He's doing everything that you don't want a centre-back to do. And he's just causing chaos. And against a team like West Ham, they're on good form, who are going to be on our necks, and Antonio's going to be probably bullying him. I don't want to see the guy playing, let alone the armband. The armband, don't get me started on him being the captain. But, yeah, just please, Ralph, show some cojones and put Jones on, because as you guys have said, man, he actually deserves it. The starting place after his Wolves game. So for me, it's a no-brainer, man. Jones has to start.
Jerry Frank's not confident. Let me just say real quick though, G Wolf. Jerry Frank saying Jones and Varane, but the manager will pick the most expensive flop of this season. So that's kind of going against what Usman was just saying. We might see some kahunas, we might not see. But go on, G Wolf.
I was going to say, that if Phil Jones or any other defender starts before Harry Maguire, do you think Harry Maguire will be gone in the summer?
I was just going to say, imagine the resale value, though. That's going through the ground.
You're looking 20 million.
Would you take the hit with his performance? Would you take that hit?
I honestly would. I'll take the hit.
I would as well.
I'm not a Maguire sort of like I'm bashing against him, but we look at players. We're talking about your Freds of the world. We're talking about your Harry Maguire. A lot of people are saying Fred isn't a Man United player, but is Harry Maguire a Man United player? And the answer is no. He's not good enough to be a centre back for Manchester United. That's not what Man United centre backs are built on. He doesn't
No.
remind me, when I watch him play, he don't remind me of Rio Ferdinand. He don't remind me of Vidic. He don't remind me of Jaap Stam. He don't remind me of a Palace or Steve Bruce, let alone, and he cost 80
or
million.
Evans, or even
Evans, yeah.
Ronnie
And then,
Johnson.
yeah, there you
Ronnie
go.
Johnson, yeah.
David May, as bad as people didn't rate him.
Yeah.
You could go all day, Errol.
Yeah.
Legit,
So-
man.
That's shocking.
The weird thing is with Maguire is he's got it in him. We saw it at the Euros. He missed like the first 2 or 3 games and still got in the team in the tournament.
Yeah.
So he's got it in him, but he just can't. For
Yeah, but
whatever
the
reason,
international
show it, you know?
standard
He
is not
can't
the same,
lead
is it?
either. He's not a
No,
leader.
that's true. But
Look who
Yeah.
England played. Respectfully, look who England played against.
That-
the one time we played anyone good, we got battered. Like it's twice. Like the World Cup and the Euros. That is, I mean, like he's come over. Who did we play? Like Colombia and teams like that. I mean, I expect him to do well against Colombia. Like, do you know what I mean?
But-
Like,
even like towards the back end of last season, before the Euros, he was playing well. Obviously, not up to the standard we want him to, but he was playing well. So he's got it in him. I just don't know why he just hasn't shown it this season.
Is it a case of the England hang-up? Because we're talking about, obviously, we're talking about the Jadon Sancho, we're talking about Marcus Rashford, we're talking about Harry Maguire, we're talking about a bit of Phil Foden as well, Jack Grealish. Is it something to do with like a hang-up with everyone who was playing for England? Or is it sort of something else? Because I'm trying to...
I really think I think that's an excuse, man, because
I don't know.
there's so many...
man.
There's so many other internationals that are in the Premier League that had, that they played in that tournament too. So they were suffering from the same effects of being tired and having pressure on them as well. I don't really believe in that. I think really Maguire's really suffered from just ever since he was where was he? Is in Greece or wherever it was where he
Greece.
where he had the the situation which was bad.
Yeah.
And I reckon that affected him because he really had to defend himself as a character, not as a player, as a character, which is a big thing to do.
And it's still ongoing as well because it's in March, isn't it? The case apparently.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on his that's going to be on his mind a little bit. And
Yeah, it will be on his mind.
Yeah. So I reckon it's things like that, and the switch of manager as well. I mean, no, actually, because when Ole was there, he was diabolical. I mean, he got sent off in Ole's last game. So,
bro, Maguire's got no excuses. I'm not even going to entertain this because that guy's been absolutely shocking. Have we forgotten this and this? Do me a favor, lads. This guy went and scored against Albania and is giving it a bigger night, and they just even have the the cojones to say, "Oh no, I meant what I meant." And then just backtrack. Bro, shut up, man. Like, not you lot, but Maguire. Shut up, Maguire. Sit on the bench. The guy is the reason why we have fallen from grace so heavily. I'm not having any sympathy for the guy. He's £80 million, big-headed centre-back, hasn't scored a single goal. His head is massive, and he's not scored one goal. I mean, and he's been mocking our own players. He's been shocking. As you said, Phil Jones has come in.
He hasn't scored a single goal. Didn't he score in the
not
Champions
this
League?
season?
This season. Oh, sorry.
Oh, well done. He scored in the Champions. He did score in the Champions League, to be fair to him. He might be better up front. It was a decent finish. But listen, no excuses. Him, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, McTominay, Fred, whoever it may be, these men have got no excuses. They have been well below par. They're the reason Oli got sacked because they can't defend to save their lives, and they've been shocking. They've been getting rinsed by every team. Go through every game we played, and there's not been one game, maybe 2 games in a row, that you looked at the defense and you know what, the defense have done well today. 1 game in 10 games. Other game, they're getting rinsed. Say Maximin's rinsed them. Traore's rinsed them. Every player that's got anything about them has rinsed them. So they've got nothing. They've not done anything. Not one thing. So
I mean, there is a little thing where you can say the midfield has not done their due diligence in protecting.
Don't blame the midfield. Don't blame the midfield.
I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but I do see. We've even seen it under Ralf. We do see it. Yeah,
Fred is shit. I'm sorry, Errol. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fred is absolutely shit. I'm not pulling any. I'm not gonna stutter when you. I know you love him. I know he's your guy, and I respect you a lot. But he's shit. I've had enough of the guy. I know he's got 3 assists in his last 3 games. In the second half, he played well, but the first half, bro, This guy, what is he doing? The midfield's meant to protect the back four, and they're letting man run onto the back four every single game.
That backs up my point, Osman.
They're not screening shit. What they're doing?
Yeah,
they're not screening at all.
So exactly. So you can say though, Usman, that's contributed to the defense being bad when they're exposed.
It definitely has exposed the defense a lot of times when they shouldn't be exposed. Like which game was I can't remember which game it was, but the opposition had 3 chances on the edge of the box before they eventually scored. It might be Southampton, something random like that. They kept cutting it back to the edge of the box, cutting it back. No one in that team is there. What are they doing against João Moutinho's goal? Why is Jones getting to the ball before McTominay or Fred or whoever was playing? I can't remember. I don't think Fred played that game even. But
no, he didn't.
The midfield has been. I know you would know. The midfield has been the biggest issue at Manchester United. McTominay, to be fair to him, and since Ralf has come in, has probably been our best player, arguably, in terms of an outfield player after obviously De Gea. And then Fred, for me, he's been so sporadic. Defensively, he's good. On the ball, he's the worst player I've seen in a Man United shirt. I'm not hearing it.
Better than what? Worse than Jemba. You can't say
Jemba. You can't lace Jemba's boots, bro. I'll tell you that right now. On the ball, Fred, bro, he's shocking.
But Osman, though, I've got to just say real quick before I forget. Yeah, Fred's had a few assists in the last few games too. You know, he can create some plays. It's just that I don't think he's just outright shit. I think he just has on. And what do you call it? He's sometimes
has a good day and a bad game. One good, one bad.
Yeah, he's like Mr. Jack. He's like Mr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde.
You know?
No,
listen.
He's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
One second, yeah. One second, idea. Let's keep it real, yeah. Fred, does he get into the current top 6? Does he get into the midfield?
I was just going to come on to that.
Is he better than Tuchel Rice? No, he's not.
Yeah, this is what I was going to come on to. He's not consistent enough to be on the top team, because if he's sometimes having a good game and a bad game, that's all right for a mid-table, isn't it? Really, because that's their consistency. Win, draw, loss. Win, draw, loss. That's kind of Fred's kind of.
That's Man United right now.
That's
absolutely, because we've got a shit midfield. That's why. If we had Verratti instead of Fred, do you think that would be the shit? Like, no, we wouldn't, because Verratti can actually control the game and dictate play. Again, Fred might be a good utility player, a good squad player, and it might not even be his fault because he's next to McTominay. The way you can say the same either or, that they might need somebody else who's actually got a bit of ability about them. But we need a variety in there, someone with actual ability to win the ball and pass the ball. Because at the moment, we've got 2 midfielders that are potentially good at winning the ball back in certain games here and there. But on the ball, they're so sporadic, hit and miss. McTominay just turned into prime Yaya Toure second half. Where was he first half? He was absolutely shocking. Like, they're so hit and miss. So, like, for me, you said Maguire's not going to play for Man United. Neither is Fred. Let's be real. He's not better than Ruben Neves. He's not better than João Moutinho. That's Wolves' midfield. He doesn't get into their team. So, like, Errol, please explain to me how Fred is good enough for Man United, because he is one of the main reasons why we can't control games week in, week out. And it's probably the reason why we get bodied tomorrow against West Ham midfield. Yeah. So I wouldn't hear it.
Yeah, you made a good point with obviously Scott and Fred. When you see Fred and Pogba play together, it's a better combination. We control more games there, because obviously I think Pogba is sitting there talking to him, telling him what to do. Now, when you have him and Scott, they both want to do the same thing. They both want to go ahead of play. And that's the biggest issue at Man United, because they go ahead of play. That then leaves the midfield well open. But the issue you have as well is where Ralf now, when you look at the team, it's almost like in the last few games, you have now Bruno Fernandes is sort of dropping in that role now, slightly deeper as well now. Against Brentford, you notice that Ronaldo dropped in deep as well, because these guys, technically speaking, cannot play together. You need one of them to be talking to the other one to say, right, you sit, I'll go. Or they're sitting there going, you sit, I'll go. And the next thing you know, both of them are up there. So you need someone who's a quality player to play alongside him. And I think the partnership between Pogba and Fred works very well. But Scott's been having a fantastic season so far under Ralf. And the most improved players for me at Man United right now is Scott, Fred, Dallo and Telles. I think they're the ones at the moment that Fred
has done nothing to warrant that label, brother.
No.
All right, I want to hear what Wolf and Chaz have to say. What were your thoughts as well?
Yeah, no, I don't think Fred is in. No. Sorry, go on. Go on, Grimbo.
No, you go, G Wolf.
I was just gonna say, yeah, why that Fred is he hasn't improved at all. Yeah, hasn't really improved, but he's getting some assists which he hasn't done before. But the overall performance has still been piss poor from him. I think out of the midfielders, I think Matic has done pretty well when he's been playing. Yeah, apart from Pogba, he's still hit and miss. 1 in 10 game, he does well. Scott, he's definitely one of the main improved players under Rangnick, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think apart from that, I think that we should be playing Matic instead of Fred. Have Fred and have McTominay and Matic.
I mean, Fred's had good games. I just remember him when he was playing against Crystal Palace, and he just pretty much people were calling them. Games. I mean, people were calling them. I mean, I said it as well. I said you look like Edgar Davids. He was Fredgar Davids. Fredgar Davids.
Only Fred from Brentford.
But yeah, I mean, obviously that's reactionary to that game. But it's like sometimes you have to nickname people in the moment just have a bit of fun, But yeah, I just before we come to Griffin, I just want to see what people in the chat are saying as well. Big God Bob was coming in here saying sympathy for Maguire. I think that's the only the only backing I've seen for Maguire in the chat right now. Ryan Mitchell was saying Fellaini. So I think people are looking at comparing other players to to Fred. Naz was saying Cleberson. So I think people are maybe saying who might have even been better than Fred.
Who's worse? Fellaini is levels above Fred, mate.
I mean,
I don't know about that one.
I actually like
Fellaini.
Fellaini.
Did you? Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was mobile enough, but obviously had that physicality,
He did a job.
Exactly.
Well, if you look at our set pieces right now, you bring him back, and we might score some goals.
Yeah,
I mean, I could do with them for last 15 minutes.
You brought me to a stat that I bet we're all actually aware of the stat anyway. 115 corners this season, no goal.
Embarrassing.
No goal.
Yeah.
I've got a stat to add to that actually, because I think we and Watford are the only two teams that haven't had a defender score a goal in the league this season. And make of that what you will. It's not
that's relegation standard, isn't it? Really, there.
Exactly, but everyone else has had at least one defender score.
That's poor.
Can I? Sorry, go on.
I was going to say another thing is because it's relevant to the game as well. Yeah, and I hope West Ham forget what I'm going to say. No side has scored more goals from corners since the start of 2020 in the Premier League. It's West Ham, 24.
West Ham are very, very good from set piece. It's going to be a problem, man. And all their centre backs are issued from set pieces.
Yeah. I was going to say, guys, do you think, because obviously we've had so many corners, we haven't scored from a set piece. Do you think, and I know some of you guys are going to sit there because of the Fred thing, do you think Fred should take the corners? Because Bruno Fernandes right now cannot beat the first man.
That's got to be a joke, right? You're joking with it. He's down the line of that.
But you know what? Yeah, I said no, but Fred's had a couple of assists in the past few games. Maybe that's some kind of platform.
Omen. It's an omen.
Another omen.
You know what? I'll give him credit. Yeah, no, the assist against Brentford was top quality, and the assist for McTominay's goal is always top quality as well. The game prior, the one against Villa. I mean, fair play to him, right place, right time, and he waited past. But I expect professional football to be that one. But look, fair play to him. He's had two decent bits and moments. But at the end of the day, I stick by what I said. On the ball, his quality is embarrassing and nowhere near the standards of the football club. Off the ball, I can see why he's in the team because he does offer a lot in terms of running about, getting himself about, just being an issue and a nuisance, etc. But for me personally, if you want to be challenging for the league, bro, we gotta replace both of them. They both need to be on the bench, realistically speaking. And I don't think Fred's got enough. Like on the ball, bro, it's just we had Carrick, man. We had Michael Carrick and we got Fred now. Do Michael Carrick's job. Come on, man, do me a favour.
I mean that's why there's got to be a proper rebuild in the summer, because Yeah, the standards just dropped in midfield. It's really bad. Selena Games Colaco, thanks for getting in here. So predictions, do you think Ronaldo will play or not? So Ronaldo's got what was it again? He's got a neck issue. That was it. Yeah. Neck. I don't think he's gonna be played then with that kind of
he'll
thing.
play. Ronaldo will play. He goes in his chamber. He'll play.
What you think they inject him, with the painkillers?
They'll inject Ronaldo. Ronaldo don't want to miss a game.
Yeah, I don't think he's injured, because why would he? What I was saying earlier to my mate was like, okay, there's a report coming out saying he's going to got potential knock. Why is he moaning so much if he's injured? Like, it don't make sense. If he's come off because he's got a potential knock, like, when did the knock happen? Because obviously it must have happened at the point when he came off, because he's going to play, man. The guy's going to force his way on, man. He needs those goals, and you know what it's like. He needs a couple of goals before international break.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, guys, we're getting towards the end of our our show right now. We need to say our teams if we've got the predictions for the teams, and say our predictions as well for the score. I'm really trying to think of the team right now. Really, I see, because I'm not really sure about this team. Really, I mean, the formation's been a bit weird for me. Like sometimes it seemed like it's been 4-2-3-1. Sometimes it seemed like it's been like 4-1-3-1. Is that a formation? I don't know. I've been a little bit confused because we played like different performances in different halves, if you know what I mean. Like in that last game, didn't it seem like McTominay was trying to hold the midfield a bit in the first half, and then second half he was getting forward a bit more. Did you guys see that? Because
we changed the way we play, which Frank was not a fan of.
He wasn't a fan of anything, was he?
Yeah, he said he smashed us in the first half. You didn't get the goals. You didn't get the goals.
Apparently, we had a £75 million player that can't even get in the team. So his team obviously is a better team.
I think he needs a bit more salt with those chips, to be honest.
Definitely.
Right, so I'm just gonna say my team real quick then. So De Gea in goal, right back. Wan-Bissaka's out. So Delo. I mean, I want Jones to come back in, but like we were discussing before, I think Maguire, because of his price tag, and I think because he's still technically his captain, comes back in. So Maguire, Varane on the left, Buteles. I think we do 4-3-3 kind of thing. I reckon it would be Matic like holding with like Bruno and Fred box to box, and then Elanga's got to stay in there. He's got a goal. I don't see him being dropped. So Sancho's not available. Rashford, does he come in over Greenwood? No, I think Greenwood stays on the right. And Ronaldo gets juiced up with some painkillers and he stays up front. And I'll just say my score right now. I reckon we're going to scrape like a 2-1. People, get in the chat and get in your teams, get in your scores as well. Errol, what are you thinking as well, man?
So tomorrow for the game, I'm going to go De Gea in goal. I'm going to go Telles, obviously, and it's going to be Telles and Dalot. Lindelof's out, so I'm going to go for, unfortunately, Harry Maguire. And fingers crossed, he'll go up and score a header tomorrow. We're praying. Everyone partnering him. He won't. Then we're going to go Scott and Fred. And then I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes, Greenwood, Elanga, and Ronaldo. If Ronaldo is not fit, then what I want to do is I'll then put Rashford up top instead.
Ooh.
Okay, interesting, man. And what's your score as well?
Oh, score 3-1 every day. 3-1.
Yes,
3-1. 3-1.
If Fred scores, I will tweet you, so I apologize.
Thank you. Tweet me and tell me. I was right.
But if you play shocking, I want an apology as well.
So Usman, what's your thoughts then as well?
You missed Chibo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around.
Rushmore is absolutely mocking me in the chat, which is actually hilarious. But listen, I'm gonna play the exact same team, but there's obviously a couple of changes because of injuries, whatnot. So I'm taking Lindelof out. Phil Jones in. Obviously, we know it's going to be Maguire, but that's just what I would do. And the other one, I'm sure no one's going to be surprised. Fred's on the bench. Absolute shit show of a player. And honest to God, this is just a waste of energy, what I'm saying right now. but I'm gonna say it. It has to be Donny van de Beek. I mean, it's never gonna happen.
Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it.
If you're, I mean, it's pointless, isn't it? But if you're playing a 4-3-3, right, and you're playing with 2 8s, one has to be Donny, man. It just doesn't make sense for it not to be Donny. He offers everything you'd want in that position. Control. Obviously, he's still got ability to get around the pitch, similar to Fred. Unlike Fred, he can actually pass the ball and actually shoot on target. So he's a massive upgrade. So for me, it just makes perfect sense. Elangi, as you would call him, Elanga on the left.
That's what Ole would call him, Elangi.
Yeah, and that's what Ollie's name. Elangi, not Rashford. God, I lost my train of thought. Elangi, Greenwood, Ronaldo. If Ronaldo's injured, I'm going to say something that no one's going to agree with you, but I would 110% put Anthony Martial in number 9. 110%.
No,
Might deserve a sin bin.
110%.
The timeout, man. I don't want to see
He's not.
him.
Listen, Ronaldo's going to play in it, but for me personally, not Ronaldo. Martial is a perfect player to play in this game. He's got the ability to hold the ball, bring players into the game. You guys are going to say put Greenwood and Rashford up top. Let me just tell you one thing. That is a mistake. I know Greenwood scored an absolute banger against West Ham away from home when he played up front, but he's going to get bullied because it's not going to be easy for him. It's going to be isolated. It's going to be up against 2 very strong centre-backs. For me personally, he's going to struggle because Man United at the moment, we're not offering enough support for the attackers. He's going to be on his own. So for me, Martial has got the capabilities of dropping the pocket, linking the play, etc., etc. It just suits the opposition more than a Greenwood. I won't be mad if Greenwood starts because I love the guy, but it is what it is.
The best finisher at the club, man. He's got.
I won't be mad. I would not be mad about it, but I just think he'll struggle in this game because our striker's been too isolated in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's true, man. And what score are you going for?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh bloody hell. I mean, I've got to say, Man United win that now, so I'm just gonna say 2-1. And
I want to hear your honest opinion.
I'll be honest with you. It's hard to predict the game because we don't know which team's going to turn up from us. You know, hopefully it's the second half Brentford performance. You know, West Ham were poor against Arsenal when Arsenal put it on them. So hopefully we can do the same and, you know, get a couple of early goals. So I'm going to say 2-1 Manchester United. Come on, lads. Come on.
I want to see what people are saying in the chat before I get to Griffo and G Wolf. Mikhail, I'm not too confident. 2-2. Please don't hate me. Well, there's no hate, man. I admire honesty. If you're not feeling confident, you gotta be honest, But hopefully you're wrong. That's what it is.
I like his base code, man. It's sick.
And I mean, some teams are coming in here. Rushmana, what team are you going for? just for Uthman tomorrow. My team tomorrow: De Gea, Maguire, Fred.
I think he's missing the trick. He needs Wan-Bissaka in there as well.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. If you put Wan-Bissaka in as well.
Donny in the hole.
Donny's the water boy, mate. That's what he's getting paid for.
Man. He's just getting mocked. Donny's getting mocked so much, but he just needs to go. Naz is saying 3-2 United, so no. I see it being a close game as well. Like I said, I said 2-1. I think we'll scrape it. Johnny, not confident as well. 1-1. Big God Bob's coming in here with a stat. There has been 71 goals scored in West Ham's Premier League matches this season. Entirely beaten only by games involving Liverpool. Yeah.
I
want to see goals, man, but obviously not for them, not for West Ham.
5-0 right now will do. Go on, lads.
5-0, that would do.
Fred 5 assists. Oh my god,
we'll take it.
I'll just go through one more team before I get to G Wolf. Moody Blues, thanks for getting in here. Hope you've clicked the like as well. De Gea, Shaw, Varane, so Lindelof is out, so you have to revise your team there.
Shaw is out.
Shaw's out too.
Yeah, Shaw's out as well, Shaw's out.
Moody Blues, you have to go back to the drawing board on your defense. But Van der Beek, Fred, Bruno, Mason, Elanga, CR7. Maguire on bench warming duty. You might see that, man.
Peeling some oranges.
He's going to be for a shot tomorrow.
You'll have the water bottles ready for the lads, isn't it, for water break? Yeah. G Wolf, man. I want to hit your team, man. I want to see if you're starting your boy.
Maguire.
You've disowned him now, innit?
He can definitely be on the bench. Yeah, I'll go the same as Osman. It wouldn't surprise me that Martial starts tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me if Matic even starts tomorrow. But yeah, the back four is going to speak for itself. I think it'll be so David De Gea in goal, Telles on the left, Maguire, unfortunately, with the captain's armband. Literally hate that. I'm literally really hating that now. I am.
Wow, that's really taking a turn, that Juba.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. It just literally over the last few games, every time I've seen him, as you said, he's dilly-dallied on the ball. His passing has been piss poor. Literally, he gets in players' way. Like, you don't, like in the last game against Brentford, Fred was already going for that ball. And then Maguire's literally coming up his arse.
That sounds mad.
And
That is
he's
the most
done nothing.
clip you'll ever find.
He did nothing. He
Someone
just let
clip
it go
that,
forward by
please.
forward.
That is so out of context, that. Oh my god.
And there's literally done nothing. And like that, I think didn't they nearly score from that chance, or they did score from that chance?
They did score.
Yeah. There you go. So
score.
even though, like that it was Fred's fault for not getting the ball away, but Maguire's positioning has just been piss poor, and especially going up, up his own players. Thingy.
Can we move on from Maguire?
Anyway, anyway, so then it's Varane. Here we go, Varane and Dalot in the midfield. If he goes 4-3-3, then I can see it being Matic, Fred, possibly McTominay if he's fit. If not, then it will go. I think he'll go with the 4-2-3-1. Unfortunately, even that formation I really hate. Then the front three, I think it'll be. I think Bruno will get. I think if it's the 4-2-3-1, I think it'll be Matic and Fred with Bruno a little bit up, and then the front two. Oh no,
front three.
I'm getting that wrong now.
Three. Front left wing, right wing.
Yeah, it'll be the front three, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So with Elanga, Ronaldo, and Greenwood.
Okay, yeah, interesting
And
team
then-
there, man. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say my score prediction. I think it'll be 3-2 United.
Wow, we're going for some close scores. Apart from, I think everyone, we said 3-1, didn't you?
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah.
Right, man.
I just can't, I
3-1.
can't see it. I can't see Man United being comfortable at all in this game. I'm going to see what else people are saying.
Is Antonio playing tomorrow as well?
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't play
So,
against us.
yeah, I'm a little bit worried
You got
about
Zuma
him.
out there. You got Zuma and who else is that? They got a few people out for them tomorrow.
No, Zuma's back, I heard.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was out last time, innit, for their last game.
Zuma and
COVID.
Suchek are just back in time for this one.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
right.
Zuma's got a hamstring or something like that. There's something with it. There's a hamstring with Zuma.
I don't know, my mate.
Right.
They both had
Well,
COVID. They both
But
had
hopefully,
COVID.
hopefully you're right, because Zuma's a massive upgrade on Dawson or Diop, so hopefully.
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what, I'm worried about Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen's
Bowen's-
man.
He's the best.
Like,
what is it?
yeah.
English striker, in it for some stats or something like that, isn't it? In the Premier
Yeah,
League this
on
season.
form, he's done the most. I think he's got
Yeah.
like 10 assists. I don't know if it's stupid.
Yeah, it's
10, 11
crazy.
assists.
Well, yeah, they're saying, Seb is saying United scraped 2-1. Ryan Mitchell, what you saying, lad? I feel like it could be 2-1 West. Oh,
There's a super chat. There's a
2-1
super
West.
chat there.
All right, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be 2-1 West Ham, but I hope we can get a shocker 4-2. Okay. Yeah. Let's see then. Yeah, Steve Johnson, thanks for getting in here. Just wondering your thoughts on Liverpool reaching the final. Man, get
We're
out
all
of here
Chelsea,
with-
innit? That's up to us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when you even. Yeah, I'm sorry for actually missing that. Good one for reminding me there, Usman, because I can't even highlight it properly. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's off topic, isn't it? Really, but I don't care, innit? I hope your team loses, Steve. Yeah, because Steve's been one of these guys, man. You're like, he's not, he's cool, isn't it? But he hangs around in
the shadows waiting for us
community.
to struggle.
He hangs around in Flying Pigs community and he chats a bit. And I don't know. He says Carrick should have been the man, and I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing.
I mean, Carrick got the best out of Sancho. He got the best out of Sancho. He scored 2 in that week.
Oh, so, cool. So you'd have him in the interview for the job, then, yeah?
He did.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be the key. You never know.
Nah, anyway. Yeah. So what's it? Liverpool versus who anyway? Actually, in that final, is it
Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea winning that, Steve. So I look forward to your tears.
Chelsea's winning that, yeah.
Yeah,
top team, aren't they? Top team.
Yeah, because Liverpool play probably their second team anyway, and they don't even have Salah or Mane. So Lukaku's going to come up with.
They'll be back for the final. They'll be back.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I still think Lukaku shows up anyway.
Because
Lukaku. Go on.
Wow. Yeah. Lukaku.
Man.
We're going well off topic here. I'm not going to lie. So
I was trying to honor the super chat, but man, Lukaku's going to bang some goals against Liverpool, and that'll be it. But who else has got to do the predictions for this? No, I've actually lost track a bit.
Griffo, isn't it?
Griffo.
The team I go with is De Gea, Dalot. If it's who I want, it'll be Jones. But if I'm predicting, it's Maguire and Varane. I would have put Shaw in. I didn't realise he was out, so obviously Tellez is in. Then I think he's going to play Scott and Fred, and then it'll be Bruno, and then I think Elanga, Greenwood, Ronaldo is pretty set on. I don't see Rashford. He might play Rashford actually because he scored, didn't he? And Ralf might think, he scored. He might have a bit of confidence back. But I would go Elanga, Greenwood, and Ronaldo. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lingard get a few minutes as well.
Hey, I forgot to bring him up as well. Is it? It's not. Why not?
He was injured for last game. He got ankle problem.
I was looking at the injuries today on the site that I was on. I didn't see Lingard out.
I don't know if he's back, but he scored last time against Brentford. He scored last time against West Ham, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did.
So I was going to. Was it? Yeah, it was a last minute goal, isn't it? Clutch time. I was going to ask, do we even see, Ralf getting into that frame of mind where he sees that Lingard's played against these guys before, he scored against them before. Maybe you might think like Ole. Lingard may have some, some secrets on the team. Bring him on for a cameo. He gets a goal and assist or something like that. No, we're not thinking that.
Nah, not gonna happen.
That's just a waste of breath, but
not gonna happen.
I have to entertain the devil's advocate sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it because I call him Messi Lingard, so I'm gonna miss it when he leaves.
I love Lingard as well. I'm not gonna lie, so it is what it is.
You shouldn't disgrace Messi with that kind of nickname. It's a disgrace to Messi. Come on
now, but we got Messi Lingard. That's different.
I've never called him that, but anyway.
I have.
I do. I call
Fair
him
enough.
Brilliant.
Fair enough. Who else has got to do the prediction? I don't know if we've.
That's it.
Just you, isn't it?
No, he's done it. He did it. That's close. Yeah.
That's everyone done it.
That's everyone.
Richard,
so
I swear, I'm sure Griffo didn't say his sculpted, so I missed that.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
2. I was going to go 2-1, but if Usman went 2-1, I'll go 2-0.
Ooh, clean sheet.
Okay.
Clean sheet.
That'd be good.
I know. There's no logic behind that whatsoever, but there you go.
Both got in the first 30 minutes confirmed.
Goals from Maguire and Fred.
You know what? Gaming sim.
If that happens, Griffo, we're gonna have to give you a standing ovation this time.
I'll give Fred a standing ovation too when I'm watching him on my stream, man. If he does that. Gaming Simp is actually on the same level as you, Griffo. Heart says 2-0. Oh no, but the head says West Ham win 2-1.
No,
wow, you flipped that. You flipped that on me.
That.
I thought it was a positive comment there. I thought that was a positive comment. But he's being honest, isn't it?
I mean, you can't knock him, but it's going to be difficult.
West Ham. Man. You see, this is what Man United do to us, man, because I'm like that sometimes where, obviously I want them to win, but then can they win? That's the thing, isn't it, really? Man United really got to sort out their game. Vujinator reacting to Bob. Bang goes. Okay. So I'm just trying to get like predictions, innit? Like, and not, stalled right now. Man United 1-2-1 against West Ham last time. Yeah, I mean, good omens again, man. That's the name of the stream. That's what it should be. Good omens. Yeah. Mikayu saying 2-2. Big up to everyone. Thanks for that, Mikayu. And we're on 67 likes, guys. We're going to wrap it up there, guys, because Pigo's going to be on later. Thanks again, Mikayo. Thanks for that, mate, top host. Thank you. For everyone, hit the like if you've not. Pigo, I think he'll be doing his own preview as well, where you pull out a few more stats that I may have missed, or extra news that's coming in from Man United. Obviously, he'll be on for FIFA as well around 11 o'clock. That's the usual time. He's on Ultimate Team, so get on your notifications for that. Obviously, hit the like and subscribe. As always, the channel's still growing. It's currently on 50k. Just get into the description if you want to hit up Pig on Instagram and Twitter on all of that. But yeah, thanks again, Mikayu. Yeah, man, just reading out the compliments. I like that. Let me just get in some extra predictions before we go. Tussle 12-1-1. Steve Johnson saying, I think he's saying 3-1 to West Ham. You disgust me, Steve, with your Liverpool support. Anyway, you're being honest, mate. But thanks for getting in here, Steve. Ryan Mitchell, thanks for getting in here. Yeah, so before we go, Errol, where can people find you, mate?
You can find me on the Man United Agenda on YouTube, or you can find me on the Man United Agenda on Twitter as well. And thank you so much for having me back on again. Absolute pleasure, guys. Having an absolute laugh and joke with everyone. And nice meeting all the new panels as well.
Cool, man. It was great to have you on again, mate. G-Wolf, where can people find you as well?
People can find me at G-Wolf United Gaming. I do loads of games like Rocket League, GTA, other various games as well with my daughter, Eclipse, Minecraft and all that lot. So come on over and have some fun. I haven't streamed in a while, so this is my first stream in like about 12, 13 days.
Oh, is it? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, because I went down with COVID.
Oh.
So
we look healthy now, man. You recovered, man.
Yeah.
So
You're looking good. It was good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Done well.
yeah, getting back there. Just
Cool,
hopefully I
man.
can get back to where I was.
Yeah, man. Just keep positive, and get back into it when you can.
Maguire will score for you tomorrow, man. Don't worry. We're back at the Maguire train, don't we?
And Griffo as well. Get your plug in.
At Charlie Griffo1 on Twitter, and also I do, if you like podcasty sort of things, on the Delay Kickoff on YouTube.
Okay, before I get to Usman, Steve coming in with his Carrick agenda.
Oh,
I told you he was on the Carrick agenda, didn't I?
I mean, he's not wrong. If Carrick was playing instead of Fred, we would win for him.
Oh,
Low blow, Usman.
yeah, Steve, is that what you meant? Yeah, Carrick as a player would come in.
Steve,
and
what?
help the
I'm
team.
starting to
Cool.
like Steve a lot. You know,
He's a top lad. He's a top lad.
Well, yeah, get your plug in there, Usman.
Yeah, man, listen, first and foremost, my shout out to the panel, man. It's been a great show. Obviously, make sure you slap a like, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Support the people here, man. Everyone's doing great work, man. Regarding myself, you can follow me on Twitter, Usman Talks United, and on YouTube for podcasts regarding Manchester United. So, yeah, come through, show love, all that good stuff.
Cool, man. And as for me, I've got my own channel. It's Eddie's Football Waffle. So you see my name spelt with E-double-D-Y. That's how you type it in, Eddie's Football Waffle. I try and do like a bit of, just my own perspective on Man United and adding a bit of levity with some commentary and graphics. Before we go, just got to say a few good shout outs to people that I've got in here. Sorry I couldn't get to everyone's comments, but there's always a lot. There's people on the panel that we've got to talk to. Went with 5 people on today, so it's been hard to get to the comments. But Haroli in here with a late prediction, 2-2. Yeah, we're not having confidence in the fan base right now.
You missed one, Eddie. You missed one a bit further up from his. I think it was someone called Premont. Sorry if I've said the name.
Oh, Premont. Sorry for missing you. He's one of the mods as well.
Yeah, exactly. And he said it really positive as well. I was like, yo, get it up, man.
Pasting these hammer mugs 3-0.
No, let's go.
That's it. Good.
That's the best prediction. That's the best prediction we've had. 3-0. Nice one.
Positivity.
That's the way. The players have got to be positive as well.
100%.
Definitely.
Everyone, Harjiv, Walia, Mikhail Kramer, Steve Johnson, Haroli, Premart, Tussle 12, Case Slater, Rushmano as well. I was still on 67 likes. Hit the like before you
hit the likes.
Keep hitting them likes. Naz 786, thanks for getting here. Big God Bob as usual. And everyone else, thanks for getting in here. And Johnny, thanks for getting in here as well, mate, and supporting us with the debate. It's been a good show. And everyone take care. And hopefully, Man United show us some good football and obviously get the result. But we'll catch you guys later.